This week on Scam School, Pete Boie teaches us to be a giant of magic. You'll be legend. Don't show now. Okay, you ruined the illusion, and plus I'm wearing flip-flops. Come on, man. Toast me, gentlemen. Cheers. Da-da-da. Back again at the Rusty Mule, hanging out with Pete Boie and some of my BFFs in magic. We got Gus, we got Matt. Last time I saw you was when you were on Penn & Teller Fool Us. How much fun was that?
That was amazing, and we were lucky enough to be on the same shooting schedule. So
yeah, it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was amazing.
What do you got for us, man?
So, on Penn & Teller, I did something with spirits, and since then I've developed a whole new show called Summoning Spirits, where I collect ghost stories from around Maine and New England, and I bring them alive on stage. And so I did a little research into Austin, and there's this popular haunted place called the Driscoll Hotel.
I knew you were going to say the Driscoll. Yeah. Everybody knows it's haunted. Yep.
That is the place in Austin if you are into hauntings and that type of thing. So a little backstory, the Driscoll was made in 1886 by Jesse Driscoll. Not even a year later, he lost the Driscoll Hotel in a card game to his brother-in-law, Doc. So it's said that Jesse Driscoll wanders the halls of the Driscoll Hotel looking to get even revenge on his brother-in-law, Doc. And so I'm gonna see if we can connect with Jesse today.
This is great.
This is awesome.
So the spirits like to work in the dark, so I have a hanky here. Gus, because of the wind, put your hand on the hanky for a moment. Just one's fine, but that was very lovely. And
screw you, spirits.
We need a way to communicate with Jesse. I have a couple of business-size cards here. They go into the hanky, under the hanky, into the dark, and I have a crayon. Goes under the handkerchief. Gentlemen, put your hands on the edges.
Hold on, this is getting real. I didn't expect this. It's feeling heavy.
Matthew, Gus, Brian, we need to call out to Jesse in your own spirit calling voices.
It's good.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Jesse!
Talk to us! I don't know, sometimes this doesn't work, but sometimes...
Oh, God damn it, it just happened again. I just realized, whatever it is, it's too late.
Sometimes we get a message. Let's check if we got anything today.
No, that's so good.
Let's see what it says. Help me kill Doc.
We just contacted a psychopathic killer ghost. This is the best scam school yet.
Cheers! Cheers!
For weeks now, Brian Brushwood has been missing. He's somewhere out there in this cold, unforgiving world. He's alone and can't tell anyone about domain.com. Every hour, a consumer goes uninformed about where to get top-level web domains with tip-top reliability. Please, say you'll be the answer to an innocent Brian who has no one to be a spokesperson to. Go online now to domain.com and get 15% off with promo code SCAMSCHOOL. This is your chance to say, please, Brian, come home to us. Please order right now.
So this was a brand new experience for me because on Scam School, we want everything to be practical. We want people to be able to say, yes, I could definitely do this at the bar. If you pitch this to me, because luckily I went in not knowing anything. If you pitched this to me, I would have said too theatrical, too heady, too ghosty or whatever. But instead, here we are at a bar and you created a moment of genuine goosebumps and also fooled me. By the way, screw you. This is wonderful. Talk me through this.
Sure. So these are actually slate moves, chalkboard moves. Back in the 1800s, mediums would try to contact ghosts and they couldn't. So they developed magic tricks to make it look like they could.
As a matter of fact, Houdini was inspired by, I believe it was the Davenport brothers, who did the original spirit cabinet. They would get tied up and they say, there's clearly no way we can escape. So if you hear any ghosts, it's definitely not us. And then like banjos would be played and stuff. And basically they pioneered the idea of the escape act.
Yep,
Oh, are you gonna ruin it? They got out.
No spoilers.
It wasn't real ghosts. So you have two business-sized cards. I cut these out of paper, thick paper, so you can use anything. And there's a specific way to handle these. So on one of the cards, in this corner, you write your words. In this case, it's help me, right? And they need to be in this orientation on the card. And then on the other card, it can be anything. Anything, it can fill the entire card. And you put fill the entire card on top of the diagonal card, and now it's ready to go. To show the cards, you just fan the card this way, and it's hiding the help me and dock. And then you flip this over to show the back.
Totally fooled me. How
And
did
put
I
it
miss
on the
this?
table. And then you do this old business card move where people, a printing business card move where you can show both sides of the card, but actually retain one side out of view. In this, I just casually just pretend to turn it over. With this move, you take the thumb and put it on the bottom of the card, and then put your fingers on top, and you turn your hand over as you bring it to your fingertips. And it looks like you're turning it over like this. That's what it's supposed to look like to everybody, but in fact, you're just showing the same side twice.
So what's great is of those moves, one of them is above reproach. Like you see the two blank cards, and then one gets set down. One has a magic move, because even my magician spidey sense went off a little bit on the second one, but I was totally fooled by the first one because it didn't even occur to me that, I mean, you showed that that first one's blank.
Yeah, that was my experience, is that when the reveal happened and there was stuff written on both cards, that's what my fooler was for that, yeah.
Now the thing that makes this work is this is just a simple move, but it's the story behind it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
It's the ghost story. Guys, I'm a huge skeptic, I don't believe in ghosts. So you can tell cool ghost stories and create that experience without actually believing in ghosts. Some people find that weird, but I find it very natural to tell stories that aren't true. And
The sentiment I've always lived with is the idea of, I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm terrified of them.
yes,
Because you can say whatever you want about there is no ghost or whatever. When it's 2:30 in the morning and I heard something go creak and I'm thinking about devil faces, like those covers go over this head.
It's a good thing I don't believe in ghosts. Yeah.
exactly. And that's the great thing about ghost stories. It doesn't matter what you believe. In the moment, you're going to be taken into that story. You're going to feel and believe that it's true in the moment. And so, yeah, so from the beginning, you need a handkerchief. You can use a napkin, whatever that you have lying around. You tell your little story about what's happening, and then you say, we're going to try to make contact with whatever story you use. You can use Driscoll if you live in
Sure,
Austin,
sure.
right? That makes sense. And you say, the spirits don't only work in the dark. We're going to create a dark room. You put that there. You take out your cards, you show them empty, you do the moves, and then when you go into the handkerchief, as you put it over the cards, you turn the cards over.
Got it.
So the reveal, when eventually you take it off, the writing is facing up.
And the powerful part is all I remember is seeing two clean, verified
Yep.
cards go in, and then without any moves, you pull it back and there's words all over it.
Yep. And then you say, we need something to write with, you throw it under there, and you're good to go. The rest is just presentation and having fun with the ghost
Telling
story.
stories.
Yeah.
What I like about this too is that you don't try to oversell how clean the cards are. You were very casual. You're like, I have some business cards, and you just toss them in there. And then when it flips over, or when you do the reveal and you actually see writing on it, for some reason, because you were so nonchalant about showing the cards, you weren't trying to oversell it. I think it makes it a lot more powerful.
Powerful enough for you to do it.
Gents, I have a scary story for you. With all good scary stories, it happens in the dark. So I'm gonna make a dark room right here. All right, you might remember in the 1920s, there was a thing called Looney Tunes, right? Well, there's one character, one of my favorites, his name was Sylvester. Sylvester was famous for hating one character, and that one character was Bugs Bunny, and he hated him too.
Oh, yeah. Professionally, it was Tweety, but behind the scenes, he actually really hated Bugs Bunny. They did not get along with each other.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Elmer Fudd. All right, go on.
Little known backstage.
You're doing great.
Shut up. All right, so I'm gonna stick with Sylvester.
Yeah,
It's my
own it.
story.
Own it.
Sylvester hated Bugs Bunny. And here's what he did.
He's a skunk.
We're gonna contact the ghost of Sylvester from old school Looney Tunes. All right, This is little known, guys. Hands on table.
Okay,
hands
got
on
it,
table.
got it.
There we go. All right. Shake it just a little bit. There we go. Did you feel anything happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did. All right, because I want to do this reveal right here.
Help me.
Help me.
Kill Dog!
Which is what Bugs Bunny used to always say.
Also, the secret behind the scenes nickname Tweety Bird had.
True. Absolutely. Little known fact.
All right, people out, that was wonderful. This is a great one, man. Well done. This is a fantastic example of how the right narrative can utterly make a magic effect. You feel how different it is when you hear a ghost story that we can all relate to, a place that we know about. We get those goosebumps and it resonates deep in your soul. You can see this in action when Pete performs on Penn and Teller Fool Us. By giving a story that matters to people, it enhances all of your magic. By the way, you and I should be best friends over at twitter.com/Schwood. There is no C in Schwood, and if you haven't seen it, you gotta check out the Modern Rogue. We're on a quest to become the ultimate gentleman, warrior, and scoundrel. Looks like this. In Alabama, prisoners used peanut butter to escape from prison.
Yes.
That sounds like peanut butter as a weapon. Like maybe you blinded them in the eyes, you stuffed it in their ears, and you snuck back.
Crunchy! No!
Also, next time I stay at the Driscoll, I'm just gonna be like, he's also dead. Leave us alone. Stay in the spirit world.
Anyone up for poker?